I grew up in a small mountain town, literally surrounded by woods and swampy areas and a bunch of lakes, so you could say it was the perfect place for creepy shit to be happening all the time. I'm gonna share one, well, maybe more than one story from that town. Be me, like 7 or 8, live in an apartment building near a cemetery and hospital. Yeah, the cemetery was literally 2 minutes away from the hospital. Both were in the woods. Go to sleep one evening after parents. Fuck yes, I'm a grown-up. GIF. Put on pajamas and make bed. Bedroom window faces woods. Dark as fuck, but somewhat calm. Keep looking at the forest before hitting the sack. Look at time. 11:45 a.m.-ish. I don't really remember. Not really sleepy, but know that parents will be angry if they found me up so late. Decide to finally lay in bed. One last glance at the woods. What the fuck? See 3 figures in the woods, clearly not lights. More what the fuck. Stare in their direction until figuring out what it is. My face went, people, but really pale, almost transparent. It's a fucking .webm. It's silent around, so I can hear them moan and kinda hum, I guess. Not sure what the sound was. Fucking weird nude people on drugs, I assume. Go to sleep. Wake up next morning. Nothing weird anywhere. Go to school. Tell classmates. Anon, you crazy. Never speak of that again until 10 years later. Be 10 years later, chilling with homies when one says, let's tell scary stories. Homie numero dos goes, I know one that's real and happened in town. Go ahead, homie dos. He then proceeds to tell a story that back then got me fucked up. So, the hospital in town has 2 underground floors, and you can reach them with one of the elevators. Basically, floor 1 is morgue, and floor 2 is the vivisection floor. What the fuck is a vivisection? Homie number 1. It's when they operate on living, conscious people, experimenting on them and shit. Lol, homie, you silly. Keep listening. So the story goes that back in the day, like 15 to 20 years ago, people in town went missing. No one knew why, and no one spoke of it. Then, after some kids found a weird tunnel coming out of the hospital into the middle of the woods, people went to see, and it was all abandoned hospital equipment and empty hospital beds. Later, they realized it was the vivisection room. Homie 2 proceeds to describe the room. Nothing intriguing, so I'll get to the point. They were performing experiments on people. They had taken their eyes out, cut their ears off, kept them in the dark for months, maybe years. Eventually, 3 of those people they were experimenting on escaped and were never found again. They are said to be really pale, almost transparent. People have seen them in the woods around town, and they say that they only scream, moan, and hum. They don't speak. Fuck you, homie 2, that's not true. Whatever, man, it's what many people are saying around town since forever. I say nothing more. Creeped the fuck out because I never told anyone about the white men group, and yet homie 2 knew all about it. Fucking shit can't be true. Wait, you literally told everyone in your class. Fast forward 1 weekish. Go to hospital with homie. Homie needs to take the elevator. Remember that one elevator takes you to secret floor goodness. Get into all elevators. Like 4 in total, I guess. One has 2 unmarked buttons underneath the basement button. Here we go, .avi. Push buttons. Nothing. Wait a bit, then push buttons again. Nothing. See homie's doctor and ask him about morgue. This hospital doesn't have a morgue. Okay. Go to elevator one last time. Push button. Surprise, surprise. Nothing. Fucking hell. Homie 2 was lying. Later at grandma's house. Ask grandma about white people. That was phrased terribly. Fucking hell, she tells me never to speak about that. Says it was probably someone just having fun, not being harmful. They were fucking naked. My face went, Grandma is a shill. Leave Grandma's place. Spend the next 2 years looking for whites around woods, but nothing. Walk into abandoned military tunnels around woods, still nothing. Leave it and just decide to be spooked forever about it. I have stories about abandoned military tunnels, weird figures and lights in the woods, a mass animal grave, and a story of the buttload of dog bones. We'll share more if anyone is interested. Some backstory before I start with the spooks. The building I lived in was literally across the street from the woods. It was my house, and then a street, and then the woods. At night, it was pretty creepy. But my best friend had it worse because he lived down the same street but on the other side of it. So pretty much his building was in the woods. So he and I both experienced some spooks together. Mass animal grave. Here we go. Be me and best mate. Both be 15 to 16. Walk around woods at 7:30 p.m. We spent a big portion of childhood in our teen years lurking these woods, looking for shit and just generally walking around. Walk near a big water pipe that was going through the forest. We usually go there to hang out, smoke, and drink there. Be about 100 to 130 meters away from the pipe. Smell hits my nose with the force of Old Spice Double Sun. Fucking what the fuck is that? Mate. Dead animal or some shit. Me. Walk about 70 more meters and holy shit.jpg. A mass grave of dead animals in the middle of woods. Like 30 to 40 dead animals in there. Go back to get some sort of face masks. Pussies.jpg. Go back with cheap ass face masks. No help with smell. Whatever, fuck it.gif. Mate goes in a pit with animals to poke them with sticks. Fucking idiot pokes them with sticks for 15 minutes. Gets bored and gets out. Head back to town and call up our mates. Tell them what happened. No one believes us, so we get flashlights. It's dark at this point, and we want to go there as soon as possible. We head to the woods, and the smell is even stronger at this point. Get a pit, and felt like even more animals were there than before. Not possible because it's late, and we never saw anyone go there. Look around, and tell mates to go, cause whoever did that is all sorts of crazy. Go back to town. Everyone fucked up. Tell even more people about it the next day. Fast forward, like 17 hours. Go to woods with more people. Go to grave location. What.mp4. No smell. No animals. Hole is there, but empty and no blood. Everyone is laughing at this point. No one believes us. No grave there ever since. We still speak about that sometimes. Some mates say it happened. Some of the mates who are there say that they're not sure if it was really there or not. And this one guy says that there was nothing there. Well, I know what we saw, and it was weird as fuck. Sorry for taking so long to post. I write now. Don't have them pre-written. Also, I'm at work. Let's do abandoned military tunnels. Around my town live many gypsies who make a living from stealing metals and other things that can be sold. TVs, car radios, fridges, literally anything. Near my building in my hometown, there's 3 entrances to military tunnels that were used like bomb shelters and defense against enemy forces, I guess. We started exploring them as kids, and then it gets interesting. Be me and my mates, 13 years young. Hey, let's go to the tunnels. Be in front of tunnels. Flashlights in hand. Walk in. Cell phones lose coverage because tunnels are literally going through a large hill. Walk in. Fucking cold, dark, and humid. Walls are covered in weird writing. Names of people. Numbers. All done with spray paint, so we think nothing of it. We barely notice it. Walk further in. No outside light at this point. Ground is soft for some reason. Shine flashlight on ground. It's covered in black. What is black? Ask mate if he knows what the black shit is. Probably some carpets. What? Keep walking. More soft ground. Shine light at ceiling. Walls are fucking tall as shit. Pipes going through ceiling. Someone asks, what's in the pipes? Pipes are for air coming from outside. They used pipes to distribute air through the whole thing. If you follow the pipes, they will lead you out through the secret exit where the air was coming from. Walk into a room. Room is wider than any other room in the whole fucking place. Ground covered in black, dirt, and what looked like human shit. Shine flashlight on walls. A lot of writing on the walls. Again, some names, some numbers. One wall says, Area 51.2, and has some weird symbols written on with coal. Why coal though? Wall across from entrance of room has a huge altar like shit drawn on it. Many letters and numbers that don't make sense. Okay, that's enough. Before I can say anything, someone goes, Hey Anons, let's get out. Okay, let's. On the way out, hear loud banging, like someone's banging on the walls in the other room. What the fuck? No one else here with us, in there or out. No one knows we're there. Shine light back where we came from. Nothing. Keep walking forward. Big hole in ground just before exit. Some sort of trap, I guess, cause you can't really see it unless you've fallen in it before, or someone told you about it. Homie 1 jumps over hole. I'm next.mp3. Jump and hear a loud scream coming from inside tunnels. Homie 2 is last to jump. Jumps, and we boot it. Run outside of tunnels and head to town through the woods. Calls another mate to meet us with some sort of weapon. Gay friend is waiting with a stick. I repeat, a fucking stick. Like he can fight Humid Room McShitterson with a fucking stick. Nothing was chasing us. Mate didn't believe us. Rewinding a few years earlier, middle of winter. Be me, 10 to 11 years. Walk around woods with mates, midday. Fucking tunnels, dark and spoopy as all hell. Probably because all dark in the otherwise snowy woods. A dog dying in front of tunnel, not even inside. Dog all bloody and howling at nothing. As we pass, dog dies. Many spooky shit has happened in those tunnels, and still, some people use them to fuck in there. These stories don't end with us being chased by shadow people or demons or anyone being possessed. It's just spooky and weird shit that's happened to me and my mates. Not RP, so nothing movie-like will happen. Should I go on? If yes, next story is Grave in Middle of Woods, plus Tombstone Shifting. Be me and mates, 16 to 17-ish. We were all pretty much the same age, and we were doing the whole forest explore phase around this time. Walk uphill a bit, not using the stairs that lead to the top, but going through the thickest part. Walk midway uphill and notice something stone-like. Go to check it out. First mate says it's a tombstone. Yeah, right. Me and other mate go closer. Shit, it is a tombstone. One mate who is not from town says that's normal because graveyard is in same forest. Yeah, like 5 kilometers away from here. No one would drag a tombstone to this place because the graveyard is near. Plus, you'd have to go through the whole forest to drag that here. Tombstone is old-timey. Writing on it is old-timey. Reads something like, Here lies forever the body of, insert female name and last name here. Don't remember her name. That face one, no middle name. What? What, is not having a middle name not common? What the fuck? Tombstone kinda stuck in the ground. We can't move it. Decide to mark it with sticks and ropes so we can come back. Mark the whole scene, like fucking CSI Miami. Go on exploring more of that part of the woods. Weird creepy ass field of flowers in the middle of area, full of huge trees. Everything else is lit but the field flower area. Scenery looks creepy cause flowers growing in shadows. Decide to call up more people. Tell them about the shit we found. The tombstone, not flowers. We used to call each other whenever we found creepy shit in or around town so that we could check it out. Many a time, the creepy shit had disappeared before we could get to it. Tell mates where to meet us. They show up to the lowest point of the woods and we take them up to the tombstone spot. Get there, and tombstone has shifted about 3 to 4 meters from where it was. Now, remember how it was halfway stuck in the ground and 3 of us couldn't move it? Yeah, it shifted on its own. Start digging around, looking for a grave. Remember that shit is old-timey and the grave could be long gone. Go back to town. Mate's house. Mate's grandma is there. She's lived there pretty much all her life. Straight up ask her about graves in the woods behind their building. Says she's heard stories of people getting buried there for a long time ago because they didn't deserve to be put in a regular graveyard. Didn't deserve? Says she can't explain it better than that. She doesn't know how. We tell her about the tombstone and how it shifted. Says that all tombstones have been moved from there so kids don't get spooked. Yeah, no, it was there twice. Says it's probably a tombstone that was covered in dirt and they didn't move it when they were moving all the other ones. Fuck that shit. We went back there sometime later and there was nothing there. They could have moved it or something, but nothing. Not even plants were there. Or maybe we had the wrong location, but I am pretty sure we knew exactly where to go and there was nothing there. Okay, so I'm gonna do Lake Death and then I'm gonna do Lights in the Woods. Lake Death stories are true around my town and all of them are tragic, obviously, but one of them is chilling. I don't know if it's a local urban legend or a true story, but I've heard it from two different people, exactly the same way. Anyway, here goes. There was a woman in town. A really sweet old woman from what I've heard. People loved her. She loved people, and her life was pretty much okay. Like, couldn't have kids for some reason. So, as I said, there are gypsies who live around my town, and this woman apparently went there to seek help. Now, no one knows what those gypsies did to her, or what they gave her, but she got pregnant within a month after going to them. Fast forward 9 months or so. Baby is out, all good and alive and healthy. They release the woman a bunch of days after she has the baby, and being all happy, she takes the baby home. As night came, I guess she put the baby in the crib and went to sleep. But then in the middle of the night, she woke up to find the baby had been gone, and she had no idea where it was. Anyway, as time went by, baby wasn't found, and the woman decided to call it quits. There's this artificial lake thing, where they clean/recycle water or some shit. I have no idea. It's really creepy there at night, and it's got those pump things on the bottom. Many people have went swimming in that lake. Many, I mean like 3 people, but that's not a lot for such a small town. And have died there, being sucked down by those pipes. So the woman decided that she has had enough misery in her life after her happiness had been taken away from her so soon. She went up to the lake, late at night when they turned the pumps on, and she jumped, got to the middle of the lake, and just waited there for the fucking pumps to turn on so that they could suck her down to the bottom. So far, the story is real. And then, the urban legend started. People started saying, you can still hear her at night scream for her child, and she will come for your child if you leave it in the crib the first night after you come home from the hospital. That's bullshit, of course, but the story itself is creepy. The creepiest being, of course, that her child fucking disappeared in the middle of the night without a trace. Next story will be Lights and Woods. This one happened to my mates. I was abroad when the whole deal happened to them and couldn't be there for it. Be my friends in a hot summer night. Go out to the woods to make a bonfire and eat some grilled meat. They are in different woods, not the ones with the tombstones, tunnels, graveyards, but all the way across town. The woods of Death Lake. Get there, sun still up, prepare everything, gather wood, start fire. All going well until they hear something fall in the area with trees. Fuck you, no, .jpg. Best mate goes to check. A massive fucking branch fell off a tree for no apparent reason, just because. Branch wasn't dead or dry, so why did it fall? Friend thinks, who was phone? More like, why did it fall? Takes branch to fire, because free branch, yay. After they put branch on fire, they start noticing lights in the distance. They try to take pics of lights, only 1 or 2 good ones. They say they started hearing weird noises coming from sound direction. What? Not bothered by those apparently. Still ate meat and drank beers. I come back some months later. Tells me all about that. Holy fuck, that's creepy. But good thing there's pics for me to see. Fucking best shit that ever happened, and I missed it. I'm gonna be sharing some pictures of the place they were at, and some pictures of the lights. First pick is literally not even 100 meters from Death Lake. So, people in town like to grow their own vegetables and shit like that, and often they grow corn. And sometimes we steal corn from them and cook it on a bonfire. Anyway, here is a corn thief gone wrong. Be me, old enough to know better than to steal corn. Be out in the woods with mates. Start a fire. Oh shit, we want corn. No problem. Me and 3 other mates go to get corn. Anon, don't you need money for corn? No, we're gonna steal it from someone. Get to field all the way across town to steal corn. Flashlights in hand cause it's almost midnight. Cars passing by, so we lay low in grass and wait for cars to go away. Look around the field. No dogs, no people. 2 friends keep watch. Me and a mate go in. Start stuffing our hoodie pockets with whole corns, cobs of corn. Stuffing like the end of the world is yesterday. I fucking look pregnant with corn babies at this point. Turn around to leave and see friends frozen in corn. Shut up, Anon. I shut up. Look around. See nothing. Hear a noise from inside of cornfield. Damn it, not a dog. Please, not a dog. Also, please not a man with gun. Get low to look for paws/feet. Nothing. Hear growling from behind me. Turn around quickly, but nothing there. Look at mate. Then, run with the force of 1,000 suns out of there. Mates outside see us all scared and start laughing. We tell them what happened and that they should run. I throw away most corn because I am not a corn exporter. Thing didn't catch us, but mate and I both heard a growl and we never saw a dog. Still had enough corn for everyone at the end of it all. Stealing corn is bad, and you shouldn't do it.